Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. My name is Courtney and I'm a realtor in the state of Connecticut. If you are into all things real estate, then you're in the right place. So click that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of the awesome videos I have planned next. Today I'm actually going to be talking about how I got into real estate. I did get a couple of requests to do this video, so I thought that this would be a great way for other people to get to know me more and see how I actually came to become a real estate agent. So grab your popcorn and sit back and enjoy the video. So in high school, like most of us, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was really struggling, trying to figure out what it is that would make me happy and what I was good at, and I just simply did not know. The only thing I knew I liked to do was teach and work with children. So I thought, okay, well, I think that I will try to become a teacher. And honestly, I kind of got into teaching and education because I didn't really know what to do in order to be a helpful person and do something that I really loved. I spent a lot of time with my sister. I have a younger sister, and I would teach her things and pretend to be a teacher. So it's all I really knew and what I thought I would want to do. And I'm not bashing teaching in any way, shape, or form. I think teachers are amazing people and I give them all the credit in the world for what they do. I think they don't get as much credit as they deserve because it is a very rewarding career and it's not easy at all. So I just want to make that clear before I get into anything else. But I got into college at Central Connecticut State University for elementary education with a focus in English. Now, as an elementary education major, I had to pick a focus subject area. So that could have been math, social studies, science, it could have been English, a lot of different things. So I chose English because it's just one of the subjects that I really felt the most passionate about, and I felt I did the best in. So I thought that was the no-brainer option. So I did that for some time, and before getting into the actual education program, you had to take a lot of prerequisites to actually get admitted. And I did get admitted into the education program, and I started to take classes, and I did so for an entire semester. And I thought to myself, wow, every time I go into the classroom, I just don't feel like it's exactly the place for me. And that was just something I learned personally about myself. And I also learned so many things in college and found so many other interests taking all my prerequisite courses that I thought, if I'm not entirely happy with what I chose to do in high school because I didn't know what to do, then why not just try out other things and see how that goes for me as well? So I decided to drop out of the education program, and at first it was a really tough decision for me because I don't like the feeling of, I just don't want to feel like I quit or that I gave up on something that I wanted to do. But I thought of it as a way to explore other options and to learn more about myself. So I really found an interest in linguistics in taking some of my prerequisite courses. And don't get me wrong, it was very difficult. It was a very difficult subject, but I really enjoyed it and I found it very interesting. So I decided to keep my English major because I would have lost so many credits and I would have been so far behind that I decided to stick with English. And not to mention, I do enjoy English, so I decided to stick with the English, have a minor in linguistics, possibly get into something like speech pathology, because that's still helping people, still working with the community, and I thought that it was something I would find very interesting. But I did quickly realize that that would take a lot of schooling to get into, and not that I'm against that, I just knew that I wanted to go out into the world and really start my career, and I was just mentally drained, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do my best if I went directly into school and did 3 to 4, maybe even more years of schooling, because I didn't have any of the prerequisites to get into that speech pathology program. So it's something I'm still interested in, but I really had to think long and hard about what my strengths were and what I thought that I would really enjoy doing, because what it came down to is, you know, I want to find something I'm passionate about, that I love doing, and that was just my mission. So where the real estate comes in, I did a lot of small part-time jobs, as I'm sure most people do in college, just to get by, just to pay your bills, just to get books, just to do anything social and have a few bucks in your pocket, pay off student loans, things like that. So I actually worked in the real estate office with Dave Jones for a couple of months during my college career, and I really did enjoy the atmosphere. Now, I was basically an assistant. I did not have my license, and I did not go into it with the intention of, oh, I want to be a real estate agent and I want to, you know, get some experience and work in the office. I just thought it would be something that I could do and see if I like it and just get a few extra bucks in my pocket. So basically I started to do some clerical work for him and running some errands for him and working on mailers and just helping with those basic things. But I really was interested about what everyone else was doing around me that I knew I couldn't do without a license. So that's something that really stuck in the back of my mind, but I knew that I was going for education at that specific time. I was still in the program or still working towards getting into the program, and I thought to myself, well, I'm going to school for education. This is what I think I want to do, and I really want to stick with something I'm going to school for. And I think a lot of people have that mentality that if you didn't get into a career that you went to school for, then college was a waste of time, or I can't do this because I put so much time and effort into XYZ. But I don't really agree with that philosophy, because I've learned that just because right now I am not in elementary education or something in the English field, I don't think for any moment that my college career was a waste of time, because I learned so many new things, so many things about myself as a person. I grew so much as a person as well, and I don't regret any moment of college. I met so many great people, had so many great experiences, met so many great professors, so I definitely think that I learned so many valuable things that I couldn't have had if I hadn't gone to college. But I also got a part-time job during college as a tour guide. I'm sorry if this is all over the place, but I'm just trying to be raw and tell the story as I know it. So I also had a job my last few semesters as a tour guide, and honestly I was a little scared to start guiding, because I was just kind of nervous that I'd have to talk in front of a ton of people, and that I had to know a lot of information, and it just kind of scared me at first. But as I started to do the tours, I absolutely loved giving tours. I loved talking to the community, getting to know so many new people, and I just loved having the school spirit and talking about what I knew and helping people make decisions and, you know, just supporting people in what they want to do. So I just absolutely loved giving tours, and I was so extremely happy when I was doing that. It didn't feel like work. So I had an experience where that's how I felt. I worked and it felt like it was just fun and it wasn't work. And that's something that I just found amazing. But of course, I couldn't be a college student tour guide after I graduated. So when I did eventually graduate in 2019, I did get a job very quickly out of college, and I ended up working as a project manager for a translation company. Now, I'm not going to say which translation company or call anyone out, because I'm not trying to bash them in any way, shape, or form at all either. I just don't think it was the right fit for me, or even the right fit at this time for me. But I did start a job in project management, project coordinator, to be exact. And that just involved working with different accounts and working to coordinate translation tasks for documents and presentations and things like that, and work with freelancers and agencies. And it really was a sit down at your desk on the computer all day, very little face-to-face interaction or communicating with the community at all. And I found that to be really tricky, especially when you start a brand new job and you immediately start working from home. I only had about not even 2 months in the office until I went 100% remote from home doing work. And that was a huge change for me. I mean, I never really took many online classes. I was always in person. I enjoyed that, and I found that to be the most beneficial for me. And after being a tour guide and talking to so many people and meeting so many people and having a very active job, I felt just not very fulfilled. I did not feel very fulfilled, and I was feeling that very early on, but I wanted to give it a little bit longer to see if that feeling went away or that changed for me, and it honestly didn't change at all. It actually probably got even worse as it went on. So that's something I realized, and I think what helped me put that into perspective was having my tour guide job and seeing how you could actually do something that you get paid for and love it and feel like it's not a job. So I was like, I feel like this is so miserable, going every day, not feeling fulfilled, not feeling like I'm making a difference, and it just was taking so much out of me. And at this time, I was taking real estate courses because I just thought it'd be something that maybe I can do on the side, or it would be just something good to do in general. So by the end of my time at the particular company I was working at, I decided to take my test and get my license for real estate. And I did work as a real estate agent for a short period of time while I had my full-time job. But once again, I quickly realized that I was having so much energy taken from me and so much life and energy just being drawn out of me that I could not work a full day of work of this job and then go and do real estate, because I was just mentally exhausted every single day, and I woke up very early for my shifts. So I knew that if I wanted to give real estate a really good shot, that I had to start full time. And so it was a very difficult, very scary decision. Even though I'm young, having a guaranteed paycheck and knowing you have a job, especially during an uncertain time of a pandemic, I mean, it was terrifying to think, okay, I'm going to give this up for something I have no idea if I'll do well in. And it took me a while to really make that decision and to really jump in and take the plunge, but I did. And I want to thank my boyfriend for giving me the courage and encouraging me and really being a great support system for me to make that decision. So I decided to go into real estate full-time, and I realized a lot of similarities between being a tour guide and a real estate agent. Of course, they're not exactly the same at all, but I see that I'm meeting so many people in the community and all over different states, different types of people. I'm meeting new people every day, and I'm getting the chance to learn about them, and I help guide these people to make a good decision for themselves. And I just see a lot of similarities. I share my knowledge about what I know with my clients, and I just see those many similarities between the two, and I think that that's what really drew me to this career and what makes it so exciting for me. So of course, here I am now doing real estate full-time for a few months, and I will say it is not easy in the slightest. It is not easy, but I do definitely have a passion and feel like I'm making a difference every day, and that's really what I was looking for and really what I was hoping for. So I would say that I have a lot to learn still, and I have a lot to look forward to, a lot of growth to go through, and I think that the more I work towards it, of course, the better I'll get at it and the more comfortable I'll get on the job, and I'm just excited to see where this career will take me and see where I'll be a few years from now. But I'm just here to encourage you all, if you have the opportunity to try something that you've wanted to do for a while and something that you think that you'll love, but you're not really sure if it's the best or smartest idea. I'm just encouraging you to just step back and think about it, and to think about the pros, the cons, what you'll really lose, what you will really gain, and to make those leaps of faith if you have the ability to. Now, of course, if I had a family to look after and I had other very serious responsibilities, then yeah, I probably would have treaded a little bit more lightly, and I would be a lot more hesitant to jump into a career where there is no guaranteed paycheck and there is a big learning curve. But because I was young, I thought, if there's any time I do this, it is now, because the further along I get, marriage, children, responsibilities, a house, it's just gonna get even more difficult for me to do. So here I am, and I decided to start this YouTube channel to document my journey, and I really hope that you guys will stick around and see where this crazy life takes me. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. And like this video if you are thinking about becoming a real estate agent, or you've had a similar experience to this and you're currently a full-time real estate agent now. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.